Hey guys, time for another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about this wonderful, wonderful book, Angelfall by Susan E. And I heard quite a few good things about this book before I picked it up, so I figured, hey, give it a shot. This book is told from the first-person point of view from the main female protagonist, I can totally talk, whose name is Petterin. And I really hope I'm saying that name right. Like I have stated multiple times before, I suck at pronouncing names. This book is only 282 pages, so reasonably fast read. I finished this in like a day or so. You know, once I started reading, I could not stop. It proved very troublesome because I started reading it while I was at work on break. And trust me, if I could have gotten away with it, I would have stayed upstairs my whole shift just reading. Like, I would have no qualms with that, except maybe I would probably get fired, and I did not want that. Like, I was easily up to like 3 in the morning reading this when I got home from work, because I didn't want to put it down. I needed to find out what the hell happened. If you pick this up after this book review, or looking into other book reviews, I don't recommend starting it at work, because you will probably get in trouble with your supervisor. This book takes place about 3 months after, basically, the world goes to shit. Angels attack Earth. These are not the good angels that are often portrayed in other stories. You know, angels come down from heaven or wherever the hell they come from and basically start throwing the world into chaos. Causing natural disasters, attacking cities, and annihilating everything. And they don't know why. We find out that they do not know why they are doing this. They were just told to do this, so they're like, okay, let's do this! So yeah, they aren't even like the angels from Supernatural, who are doing what they do because it was laid down, like, at the beginning of time. They were just following a grand scheme of what God wanted. These angels don't even have that excuse. This story takes place around Petterin and her family. Petterin is basically taking care of her mom and her younger sister Paige. Paige, who is wheelchair bound, and her mom is basically insane. So she's kind of keeping them together and making sure they all survive. Without Petterin, they would be screwed. Everything starts off reasonably normal, I guess. You know, they're about to move to a different location for safety's sake. And they're trying to be careful because gangs kind of banded together and are taking over the streets. So, Petterin is trying to move her family. And that doesn't go quite according to their plan. They stumble across this group of angels who are fighting. Like, 4 angels fighting against 1 other angel. And they're hiding because they're like, shit, if we get seen by them, we are dead. So these 4 angels, after a very difficult battle, pin the angel they are fighting down, and the leader of these 4 cut off the other angel's wings. After that, you know, as he's bleeding out, the angels realize Petterin and her family are there. That's not good. So the mom takes off without either of her daughters. Petterin's like, shit, So she tells Paige to try and wheel herself away as fast as she can. And while Petterin tries to form a distraction so they can get away. So her distraction is basically giving the bleeding angel his sword, which was tossed away from him in the battle, so that hopefully he can start fighting again and cause enough of a distraction to let them all get away. It doesn't work quite like that. Yeah, the angel manages to fight back and scare the others away, but the little angel leader dude decides, you know what, he wants to get a little bit of revenge in there. So he flies off and kidnaps Petterin's sister Paige. So basically this book is Petterin trying to get her sister back with the help of the angel who is now wingless. So they kind of have a weird truce sort of thing going on here. The angel's name is Raff? I think it's pronounced Raffi. I'm not sure. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So they kind of have an unsettled truce going on there. Okay, I will take you to where they might have your sister, but you have to give me my wings back. Because she's kind of keeping his wings from him. You know, because he has some hope that they might be able to reattach his wings. So he's like, I kind of need my wings for that to happen. So, okay, you give me my wings back, and I'll take you where they are. But after that, I'm done. I want nothing to do with you. Yeah, that's what happens. All sorts of shit ensues on the way there. And, oh my god. Just, as time goes on, we find out more about Pennerin and her family and everything. We find out her dad left them because they came home one day to find Paige on the ground, bloodied, with the mom standing over them. Apparently it was their mom who kind of put Paige in that wheelchair in the first place, so that's kind of a oh shit moment. Her mom's been known to go off her rocker plenty of times, and it just causes all sorts of drama, and since their dad left, Pennerin's been kind of having to make the hard decisions because she's the only one capable of doing it now. Her and Raph just kind of have an unsteady friendship starting to blossom. I enjoyed how, once again, at the end, the very, very, very end, there's a teeny bit of romance in there. Like, just the start of it. Just the tiny little blossom of it. Which I like, you know. Let it start to bloom later on, I guess. I think that's where she's going, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, there's this resistance movement going on, you know, humans gathering to try and, like, show the angels, like, yeah, you guys aren't gonna push us around, we're gonna fight back, screw you! So there's some of that action going on, and Pennerin doesn't really care. She's like, I just want my sister back. So yes, this was a good book, I loved it, I cannot wait to read the next one. I don't even know if the next one's out yet, I have to look that up. But yes, definitely gonna be reading on in this series, I highly recommend it. It's, I just loved it. Like, even if young adult paranormal / romance stuff isn't your thing, I recommend at least just picking it up and just starting the first few chapters and going from there to see if you like it. Because like I said, the romance that is vaguely in it isn't until the end, and the endish, and it's just slight, you know, just like the hintings of it. It's not fully there yet. Yes, I highly recommend it. You should totally read it. I really shouldn't go on further because I know if I keep talking about this book, I will go on for like a freaking hour. So, kind of cut it off here. So, yeah, I recommend it. Go read it. It's good. It's awesome. So, yeah. If anyone has any further book suggestions for me, please let me know. I need to keep my reading list strong.